Welcome to NASCAR The Game Inside Line Custom Season Race 436. Today we will be at the Phoenix International Raceway for the final race of the West Coast Swing. Last week at California was another Roush winner, Matt Kenseth, going to victory lane. Can Roush make it 3 in a row with either Greg Biffle or Ricky Stenhouse? We'll find out in qualifying. See, I made a new paint scheme for this race, kind of loosely based on Kurt Busch's monster car, but with a lot more color than the color green. Let's take you to a little hot lap around Phoenix International Raceway. Phoenix International Raceway was initially built as an IndyCar testing facility for open-wheel stock cars, and it saw its first NASCAR Cup race in 1988, won by none other than the late Alan Kulwicki, who did the Polish victory lap. In 2011, this place was reconfigured to add to remove all the grass on the backstretch and allow for extra passing lanes and shortcuts in the dogleg. But be careful, because if you mistime the shortcut and getting back onto the racetrack into the dogleg, you will cause a crash. Ow. Right now, we took our third pole of the season right here as we continue to make laps in this car. Coming off of turn number 4. Let's look at the results and our starting lineup for this race. Row 1 finds Dylan Murway and Jimmy Johnson. Row 2 finds Kyle Busch and Dale Jr. Row 3 finds Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. Martin Truex and Carl Edwards are in row 4. Tony Stewart, Brad Keselowski are in row 5. Ryan Newman and Matt Kenseth are in row 6. Jeff Burton, Greg Biffle are in row 7. Juan Montoya, Jeff Gordon are in row 8. Casey Kane and Kurt Busch are in row 9. And Jamie McMurray and Mark Martin round out the top 20. Starting from row 11, we have Sam Hornish Jr. and Ricky Stenhouse. Row 12 finds Clint Boyer and David Reagan. Joey Logano and Marcus Ambrose are in row 13. Paul Menard and David Stremme are in row 14. Regan Smith and Trevor Bayne are in row 15. Danica Patrick and Bobby Labonte are in row 16. Austin Dillon and Eric Almirola are in row 17. Lost a bit of a voice crack there. Row 18 finds Casey Mears and David Gilliland. Row 19 finds Scott Speed and Travis Kvapil. Row 20 finds Robbie Gordon and Landon Castle. And the final 3 spots are Michael McDowell, Joe Nemechek, and Josh Wise. Let's go racing. Pace car is off. Field is in the hands of Jimmy Johnson and Dylan Murway as we come down 75 laps in the desert. Let's go. Dylan Murway already got a nice run off of turn 4. He will lead the first lap and get a 1 bonus point towards the chase. Every win counts because a win means you are an automatic berth. And with Matt Kenseth getting his win on Tuesday at Auto Club, granted, there's plenty of opportunities still, but if we get more than 16 different winners, it's going to be interesting to see how the playoff picture shakes out, because that bubble, when we get closer to chase time, like I'm talking around Watkins Glen, the doubleheader with the Glen, things could get a little wild, I believe. Already, Dylan Murway is channeling his inner Kevin Harvick, as he has already pulled to a 4-second lead over the 18 of Kyle Busch, who led all 200 laps in a Busch race here in 2011, leading wire to wire. The most recent driver to do that in any NASCAR Touring Series, I believe, was the 22 of Logano at Bristol back in the 2015 season. I remember watching that race at a Wing Street. Dylan Murway continues to dominate by almost 6.5 seconds over Kyle Busch, as we have 75 laps on tap today. We had a long stretch of green flag racing last Sunday at California. What do you think we'll see this Sunday? I think we might see a bit more in terms of cautions, especially with the dog leg. Sometimes you get drivers down there and they come back up. Somebody behind may not see you merge back into traffic, or they might just mistime it going into turn 3 because it funnels. You have to be on the racetrack at least by turn 3, because if not, there's going to be a crash.
Okay, let's use that clean air. Keep digging.
In there, most likely. 7 laps, Dylan Murway is got a rocket ship. He is pretty much checked out into another zip code and is already packing his bags for Texas. With a almost 10-second lead over the 18 of Kyle Busch in second. He is just about into turn 4 as we speak. Dylan Murway is already out of turn 2. And passed by the 2 BK Racing cars. The 98 of Michael McDowell, putting them a lap down.
Doing great. Nice and steady. Second place is way back.
I mean, look at the absolute dominance that Dylan Murway is putting on. Almost 11.5 seconds ahead of Kyle Busch. Whoa! Whoa! Really a big moment with Scott Speed as they're 4 wide. Kind of mistimed that corner there. But Dylan Murway ends up taking the lead, coming out of, or already continuing to pile onto his lead. So we come off of turn number 4. Or sorry, turn 2. Down the dog leg.
Whatever you're doing.
Another track fact, this track has went through a lot of reconfigurations and layouts. Obviously, this track was reconfigured for the fall race in 2011 with Jeff Gordon winning the last race on the old Phoenix layout with the grass and the curb on the backstretch. But with that being said, they removed the grass and allowed for them to put logos on the dog leg. And in 2018, the pit road was actually shortened even further, or moved in further to allow for the big logo in turns 3 and 4. And the track was also briefly renamed ISM Raceway and flip-flop like Darlington. What was once turn 4 is now turn 2, and what was once turn 2 is now turn 4, as the start-finish line is basically right in the dog leg as the caution has come out. Colin Ard in the wall here in turn 1. We are in contact as well.
Now I've got a clean-up truck and a vacuum truck out on the racetrack cleaning it up. Looks like you're running on empty. Let's fill her up for starters. I want to do 4 tires. 4 tires. Okay, let's make this work. Get ready. Give me a nice smooth stop here, guys.
So, get ready for first round group like pit stops. We ran 14 laps today without a incident. Well, 13. We were working lap 14 before everything came out. As here are the cars that did pit. As Casey Kane is the only car that stayed out. Got to be a fun way to negotiate around on him on this restart.
Go get these boys. Keep high. Keep high. Left side's clear. Watch your rear.
Dylan Murway all the way to the inside lane, pretty much 5-6 lanes out. He's pretty much in the infield to take the lead and leave 2/10 on the 5 of Casey Kane. Restarts track position were going to be an issue today with drivers making moves like they are. You know, you're going to see guys going for it late in the dog legs, late in the race. You may see some drivers just, 4 or 5 wide off the track. And not to miss an accident. 4 and 5 wide to, pass people. Which leads to more issues if there's a crash in turn coming onto the track in turn 3. Because you don't blend and figure it out and get sorted out, there's going to be a big wreck. The problem, too, with landing off and on the racetrack like this, you're going to be abusing the suspension of the car when it lands and when it comes up. Casey Kane somehow is holding his own without tires here in second. Dylan Murway continues to lead here at Phoenix International Raceway. Let's go on board the 25 Chevrolet. Kevin Harvick has moved up to second. Historically, Phoenix is his best racetrack. And with multiple wins to his name, is the 5 of Casey Kane looks to be now on pit road. It's a green car. Yeah, it is Casey Kane. It was a green and white car. It was making his green flag stops. He did not pit when the yellow initially came out. See how he does merging into traffic here. Remember, pit road exit is in turn 2. Looks like everybody's going to get by him before they get to him. Maybe. He gets in just fine. Whoa, wreck, front stretch. Casey Kane. Sorry, back stretch. It's into the 26 of Josh Wise as well.
The safety crews are clear of the track.
Bit of a fake out there. Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex did not pit for this restart.
That's it. Come around. Around, Sergeant. Parnell low.
Evan Harvick leads off in turn 2. He tried to wash into him, use him up to keep the spot. Dylan's now trapped on the outside lane. Now it's going to be interesting to see how far back does he go. 4 Toyotas in the first 6 spots. Dylan Murway well off the track. Thought about making a special line for him. Look at how far Dylan goes, and while everybody else is on the track. As Dylan Murway gets into the 56, uses him up. Truex loses a couple spots. Dylan Murway falls back to 5th. Kyle Busch with special patriotic colors for this race. The 18. I do love that paint scheme. Got that bright blue. Obviously, the American patriotism is a pretty nice touch. Oh, Busch into the wall. And obviously, not really a nice touch if he ends up getting put in the wall. Denny Hamlin going 3 wide. Dylan Murway going all the way to the bottom. Maybe. We got 3 in the wall. And somehow, no caution. Hamlin ends up taking the top spot as all 3 of those cars pile into the fence. No yellow somehow. Harvick is sent back to 3rd. And Hamlin goes around, almost saves it. Well, he does save it. Harvick comes back to take 2nd. Dylan Murway tries to look for a way around him on the bottom of the racetrack. And again, that's the issue with running that low, is you'll get all that dirty stuff from your tires. Then you'll end up getting up the tracks, losing a lot of time, or you might just cause a wreck. Kevin Harvick will go to the lead some laps. Dylan Murray continues to wash up and lose spots. Oh, Hamlin now back into the point. He gets pushed up front. Harvick falls to second. If these three keep mixing it up like this, Truex can join the party. Truex probably will very shortly. Amazing racing here. Dylan Murray was on that 11 car. Continuing to bang that into that 11. Dylan Murray up the racetrack. Looks like pit stops may be coming up soon for some of these guys. Dylan Murray coming into pit road as we speak. Hard on the brakes to get in. Cars get back into the racetrack. Kevin Harvick takes the lead. As cars continue to battle for positions, Jeff Gordon is taking the lead on green flag stops. See how these cars will do when they get back in the cars leaving, cars entering. The issue is, how will they deal with merging into traffic? So far, so good. Oh, we got a big wreck. Turn 3. Several cars. Hornish, landing Castle, 93. They saw a third car in that. Might have been an orange car. And another caution comes out. Dylan Murray ends up getting the lucky dog. So it looked like it was... Couldn't tell who that was wrecking, though.
The player is the free pass car. Time to fight back. You're the lucky dog.
As we get set for another restart.
Inside. Car down low. On the bottom.
A lot of cars trapped a lap down.
3 wide, 2 high.
All the way around cars do have to restart at the tail end of the longest line.
Too fast, man. Check out.
Jeff Gordon does lead as this caution came out right in the middle of pit stops.
Lights all clear, bud. Keep rolling. One up top. Okay, let's go find your next victim.
Dylan Murray continuing to use his speed.
Car up top.
The inside, getting under Kurt Busch for a couple spots. Busch and Stenhouse. Gets Mark Martin to give up a couple spots. 3 wide is sketchy, but it can be done. Dylan Murray getting a little swirly under the 2 of Keselowski. As he makes his way up to 5th. And within a few laps, there's probably going to be green flag pit stops. And be that as it may, we may see another crash as cars were blending on into turn 3. Curious as to who all was around. It looked like it might have been an orange car that was the 3rd car. And it was Travis Kvapil in the 93, Sam Hornish in the 22 with damage. And might have been an orange car. There were 3 cars that were spinning around in that. As Jeff Gordon is your leader, he is the defending winner of the Spring Phoenix race. He never won the fall event. However, he was involved in a pretty big fight with him and Clint Boyer after a season of frustration between the two that started back at Martinsville in April. That resulted in Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer finding each other. Gordon and Clint Boyer getting into each other at Martinsville. Gordon getting turned into the wall late. Phoenix are into the wall. Gordon waiting on Clint Boyer to turn him into the wall. And ultimately committing the act, leading to a pretty massive fight. As Jeff Gordon got rooted out of the way, he loses some spots. $30 to go. A lot of cars swerving around. Junior may thought about going 3 wide. Has got cars around. Junior is one of them. Dylan Murray and Kyle Busch are in it as well. After that, the 4th caution, we're getting ready for a restart. Three wide for the lead coming off turn 2. Jimmy Johnson takes the spot. Followed by Brad Keselowski, Carl Edwards, and Juan Pablo Montoya. These are drivers that did not pit. Jimmy Johnson shuffle out with the lead as he ducks down. Look at this. Look at the difference. How low he is. As Dylan Murray blends back up with the 48. Unfortunately, the problem is you don't get enough power in time. The guys outside are going to go right by you. Oh, Johnson bouncing in off the wall. He continues to lead. Those two were on the front row, by the way. As around goes Jimmy. Caution is out. Speed. Down pit road under yellow. Pit lane.
All right, guys, let's get ready. That was our fastest start.
Get ready for the restart.
Awesome work, boys. You're doing great, buddy. That good stuff will make all the difference. Oh, you're here. All right.
Oh, almost a big moment. Can Dillon save it somehow? This time coming down in front of the 99 of Carl Edwards and did not crash. That is a great save. Kevin Harvick is your leader. Jeff Burton was on his outside, by the way. Got a couple black Denver cars. Oh, Junior into the wall. Hard. Another caution.
I've got to clean up truck to a vacuum truck out on the racetrack, cleaning it up.
In fact, the way these guys keep racing, we might just run it out.
Hey, buddy, nice clean start here. No fast before start finish line.
Get ready for the restart. Green flag back into the air.
One down low. One high. Two high. One inside.
Jeff Gordon trying to peek under Harvick for the lead. Boyer into traffic. That one spinning. Another one. More crashing. Jeff Burton is one of the cars. Looks like Jamie McMurray comes down right into the door of Stewart. And more cars. Oh. Half the field is now on pit road. In a race that was initially praised by its cleanliness, already has had pretty much 4 straight yellows, or 5 straight yellows back to back. As Dylan Murway and Regan Smith are on the front row. Mark Martin goes around hard into the wall. Another yellow. Into traffic, maybe. He does. Oh, God. What a hit. It almost gets collected there.
Clean up truck, are you clear?
Almost collects another. Which if he did, that would have been a nasty hit. $16 to go.
Go down low.
Oh, and Hornish into the wall. There he goes. Another pileup. Same Hornish in another crash. Jeff Gordon, Trevor Bayne, Dale Jr., and more.
Yellow, caution's out.
As they're wrecking further up as well. Oh, wow, and a roadblock. Okay, it was a roadblock, basically. His cars were missing. Jimmy Johnson was in it. It'd be easier to tell you who wasn't in the accident. Or you better to pit and just repair the thing now, because
No fuel this time. Tires are looking real good, buddy. Good buddy. Cruise on the wall and ready. Get ready. Give me a nice smooth stop here, guys.
you get ready for another restart, which saw several people wreck. We've already seen a lot of crashing today.
Nice pit stop right there. Just like we practiced.
In fact, if they keep wrecking, we could see a surprise winner make the chase, depending on where they're at in points.
Close side. Okay, let's go.
Kurt Busch leads. He's been a strong run so far, I guess. Call it that. Oh! And into the wall. And another hard crash. Yellow flag number 10. The 93rd Quapple.
Clean up truck, I'm gonna need you to go out. They'll start the tail of the field.
Getting ready for another restart.
Go to the low side.
Greg Biffle is shuffling out in the lead.
All right. Doing great, man. This dude, every position is more points. Keep it low. Keep it low.
Dylan Murray already gaining spots. That's the benefits of racing down low. Hopefully they'll let me up. You can end up passing several cars if you get enough speed on the bottom of the racetrack, but again, gap's closed. As Kyle Busch will go around this time. Everyone else misses him. Carl Edwards gets turned into the wall behind.
Now I've got a clean up truck and a vacuum truck out on the racetrack, please.
Joe Nemechek is having a very good day up in third. See how he does. His last win came all the way back in 2004. Back in Kansas, in that fight against Ricky Rudd. As Dylan Murray edges ahead on the outside lane, you're going to see a lot of cars probably have to pit here very shortly. Especially a guy like Kenseth into the wall. Hard. Another yellow. Yellow flag number 12. Oof. Hard hit in that inside barrier. He probably got hit again. 6 to go. Dylan Murway gets a nice escape from Trevor Bain down here, and he's in second. Able to put a good second on the guys on him before having to hit the brakes. As Dylan Murway pulls out front in a race that has seen 12 cautions, which I think is a Phoenix record. I think the last record was back in 2006. Or 2004, I'm sorry, with 9, so we smashed that today. As Dylan Murway is only 4 laps away, with plenty of fuel, I might add. From his first career win for Murway Racing. In the lucky monster-inspired car with Mountain Dew on the Chevrolet. It's been through the ringer today with 12 caution flags. As he hits 2 laps to go. And we got a lot of cars that probably need to pit here. Dylan Murway continues to lead in a race that's been fairly dominated by, kind of had a mix of leaders, a lot of cautions, and the white flag waves. 1 to go here at Phoenix. 4 more turns for Dylan Murway, the young upstart kid out of Greeley, Colorado. Put together a race team. He's had some good results, and he is just 2 turns away from his first career win as a driver owner. Gets into the wall off 4, no issue. Dylan Murway is going to win at Phoenix. Winning in pretty crazy fashion, too, as we look through the unofficial results. Dylan Murway with his first career win today. Mark Martin ends up 2nd. Tony Stewart 3rd. Joey Logano 4th. Trevor Bain 5th. Casey Kane 6th. Marcus Ambrose 7th. Kevin Harvick 8th. Brad Keselowski 9th. And Jeff Burton rounds out the top 10. 11th is Regan Smith. 12th is David Reagan. 13th is Casey Mears. 14th is Kyle Busch. 15th is Joe Nemechek. 16th is Clint Boyer. 17th is Carl Edwards. 18th is Jeff Gordon. 19th is Dale Jr. And 20th is Denny Hamlin. 21st is Danica Patrick. 22nd is Sam Hornish. 23rd is Juan Pablo Montoya. 24th is Ryan Newman. 25th is Ricky Stenhouse. 26th is Scott Speed. 27th is Bobby Labonte. 28th is David Stremme. 29th is Paul Menard. And 30th is Josh Wise. 31st is Jimmy Johnson. 32nd is Landon Castle. 33rd is Greg Biffle. 34th is Kurt Busch. 35th is Martin Truex. 36th is Austin Dillon. 37th is Jamie McMurray. 38th is Travis Kvapil. 39th is Eric Almirola. And 40th is Matt Kenseth. There you see the final 3 spots. A lot of cautions. 12 yellow flags today. But in the end, Dylan Murway has got his first career win for Murway Racing. So we will see you Tuesday at 11 a.m. for the running the Texas 500 from Texas Motor Speedway. 66 laps on tap for that one.